Sustainability has rightly gained a seat at the heart of most of our business sectors, and none more so than in the construction industry. We met up with Peter Andrew, Taylor Wimpey's UK Land and Property Director, at the group's current community development in High Wycombe, to find out how this FTSE 350 company embeds sustainability into its business model. I start by asking Peter to tell us more about Taylor Wimpey taking its lead from the Brundtland Commission's report, Our Common Future.
I mean, sustainability for us is a key part of our business strategy moving forward. We already do quite a lot for our communities and the places in which we work from a sustainability point of view. For example, community facilities, the roads, the footpaths, the doctor surgeries and the like that we already build. But it's now giving us an opportunity to look at the three pillars of sustainability: economic, social and environmental. It's a key part to our strategy. And if I take the environmental part first, I mean, this for us is about ensuring that the homes that we build are as sustainable as can reasonably be made within the confines of the building regulations, and making them as economical to run as effectively we can. It's also about creating green communities, biodiversity on our sites and the like, and we spend a lot of time trying to build in green spaces into our developments. Third area of that is about carbon and energy reduction, and we're spending quite a lot of time and thought at this moment in time about how we can reduce our carbon footprint across our portfolio.
Can you give us some idea about how you would do that, how you would reduce your carbon footprint?
We're doing quite a bit, and for example, if we take our show homes, and we've got some 600 or 700 show homes across the country, they're relatively inefficient to run at this moment in time in terms of electricity use. So that's because we leave lights on, etc., through the day for obvious reasons. We're now looking at switchgear and different types of lighting so that they can turn on and off in terms of whole house on and off as people come towards them, rather than them staying on at all times. And we're doing the same with our site setups, our site compounds, and here in our office suites around the country. We're doing exactly the same. We're trying to reduce carbon and trying to reduce energy.
Sustainability must be a key issue when you're going to a new local authority or city council to seek planning permission for communities such as the one we were looking at earlier this morning.
Absolutely, and that's a very good point, because it leads us on to social sustainability. And this for us is key. And we also take a lead from the new National Planning Policy Framework, the NPPF, which came out in March this year. And for us, it is about community-led planning. By that I mean being open, honest, frank, and having good engagement with communities and local authorities as we bring our sites forward through the planning process. And since the start of the NPPF some time ago, when it was first mooted, we've put in place a whole new strategy around keeping our communities and our customers informed of what we're doing right through the process, from the very first time we speak about a planning application through to when the site's finished and how we're going to finish it off. And that's a big drive for us. So from a social point of view, that's probably our biggest driver. The final area of the three pillars is the economic sustainability. And this for us is about business efficiency. It's about viability, ensuring that what we do is viable. It's about creating those efficiencies through the running of the business that bring more to us as a company, which we can then pass on through the communities and the developments we make. We talked about the carbon and energy reduction. That's a good place. But it's also about creating jobs and creating economic growth within the communities in which we work. So we work with local communities, trying to bring on local apprenticeships and the like, to give these communities a bit more economic growth. And then there's the macro picture about actually producing more homes on a national basis, and we're working with government on ways to do that.
Taylor Wimpey is coming up to publishing its 6th corporate responsibility report. In what ways would you say that CR policy and practice has been crucial for risk and opportunity management?
We think it's critical to good management and getting our messages across that we look at CR in a very responsible fashion. It does several things. One, it helps transparency through the business. And I don't just mean transparency in the way that we deal with people externally, but I mean internally as well. So it's about culture change of being a much more open organisation, and it is helped down through that area. The second is about the management of and information to organisations that look at companies such as ourselves and measure our sustainability. And I'm talking about the Dow Jones, FTSE for Good, CDP and people like that. And we have used CR and are constantly enhancing what we do so that we can understand how sustainable or not we are and where we can take opportunity and move ourselves forward. And if I give you an example of that, from an opportunity point of view, we've looked at waste, and waste is a big part of our business. What can we do to reduce waste, which will have environmental as well as economic benefits, and a CR benefit on top of it? So we've worked very closely with our suppliers, we've worked closely on site, and we've managed to reduce waste since 2007 by about 50-odd%, which is great. And we've done that by recycling materials, having materials transferred back to, like pallets and the like. And we've reduced waste by about 3 tonnes a house, which is excellent. And the other area that we're looking at from a CR point of view is the non-financial metrics. So what do we do, how much of it we do, and what impact and what impact does that have? And to be honest, this has been quite a big area for us because we've tended to concentrate on financial metrics. So we're now in a program, it's called Combine, C-O-M-B-I-N-E, and it's in its first year, and it covers everything from how close we are to a bus stop through to the energy that we're saving through the carbon reduction program or whatever. So quite a lot of work. We see it a critical part of business management moving forward, and effectively CR and the management, the annual management report, the same thing as far as we're concerned.
Peter Andrews, Land and Planning Director, Taylor Wimpey, thank you very much for talking with us.
No problem at all. Thank you.